What's going on, everybody out in YouTube land, and welcome back to a new episode of GBA. In this episode, we are unboxing another package from Gamestop. So basically, in this unboxing video, I bought a bunch of GameCube games from GameStop and a few Game Boy games. They were running one of those sales where you get like 4 games for $10 or less for 20 bucks, or you could also do 4 games $5 or less for $10. I think that was something like that. So I actually bought quite a few games in this bundle here. So I'm really excited to open these. I can't remember exactly what I paid and how many games I got, but we'll look at that at the end of this video. But once again, guys, I cannot wait to see what GameStop sent me for retro video games. So let's go ahead and grab our box of games here and our trusty box cutter, and let's get this thing started. I do want to tell you, though, when you get disc-based games from GameStop, you should always assume that you're just going to get disc-only. But from my experience, you're usually about a 50-50 shot of getting the case and the disc. Complete is very rarely, at least in my experiences. But sometimes you do receive the cases, but you should always go into it thinking that you're just going to get the discs. So that way you're not disappointed. But yeah, guys, so let's go ahead and cut the tape and let's see what we've got. If you have seen any of my recent videos about GameStop, you'll see that I'm actually really enjoying getting retro games from GameStop. I've been getting a lot of really cool games for really good prices. So if you haven't watched my other GameStop videos, please check back through my videos and check those out. You'll be surprised at some of the things I've gotten. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get this thing going. Like I said, I know I bought a bunch of GameCube games and a few Game Boy games. So that's basically what we should have in here. Alright, so first up in the box, you've got your bubble wrappy stuff, which is always good to see because of, keeping the game safe or whatnot. And here's our packing slip / receipt. We'll set that to the side, and I'll try to show you guys that at the end of the video, like I said. So let's start out with Game Boy games because they look like they're what's on the top here. So I'll go ahead and start here. They put like every single game in an individual baggie. So I mean, I guess that's pretty neat. So first up on the Game Boy, I want to say this is a Game Boy Color game, but I could be wrong. We have Star Wars Episode Racer. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. So one of the neat things about this game is it does have the battery and the rumble feature, which is always pretty neat to test out and see how it works in the, Game Boy. And this one actually came with a battery in it, and I was checking the compartment to see if there was any corrosion, and there isn't, so I don't see no reason why this wouldn't work. But yeah, these are actually kind of fun to play, and to see what the rumble features are like on the Game Boy. So yeah, definitely off to a good start. Which we've got Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I like this game a lot on systems like the Dreamcast and the Nintendo 64, so I'm looking forward to trying this on the Game Boy. Like I said, I think that's a Game Boy Color game. So next up, we have another Game Boy Color game here. So we have the original Rayman on Game Boy Color. So, I mean, Rayman, they ported this to every system, basically, back in the day. And I've got this on multiple platforms, but I didn't have this version of it, so I figured why not while I was, looking for some games to fill out this order with. So yeah, Rayman on the Game Boy Color. It will be interesting to see how this game plays and if it's any different from the console versions. This is kind of funny because I actually just got this game in my Video Games Monthly box. But while I was buying these games, I had no clue what they were going to send me. But we've got Game & Watch Gallery for the original Game Boy. So I mean, obviously I'll take a look at this game and the one that I got from Video Games Monthly and compare them, and I'll keep the best one in my collection, and I'll just put the other with my pile of games for trade or sell. But yeah, Game & Watch Gallery for the original Game Boy. Alright, so this appears to be the last Game Boy game that I picked up. So the rest of the games in here will be GameCube. So we have Donald Duck Going Quackers for the Game Boy Color. At least I think that's Going Quackers. I really like any games that base off the Looney Tunes or, you know, Disney or anything like that. So I'm happy to get this, and I can't wait to try it out and see how it plays. I'm just, you know, I started getting into Game Boy collecting recently. I played the original Game Boy, but I have little to no experience with the Game Boy Color, so it is fun to pick these games up and, you know, experience the Game Boy Color for the first time. Which I play a lot of my Game Boy Color games on the Game Boy Advance SP. But yeah, Going Quackers for the Game Boy Color. And I mean, to be honest with you, these 4 Game Boy games came in pretty good shape. You know, there is some fading on the labels and different things like that, but no massive tears or anything like that. No gouges in the carts. Pretty good shape. And like I said, I'm happy with these games to start with. Alright, so now moving on to GameCube games. Now, I didn't get anything specifically expensive in this lot, but I did get some games that I've been wanting to check off the list. So, I must say, I'm actually looking in this box, I'm pretty pleased that I got a lot of games in the cases, so that is really neat. Like I said, I was assuming that I would get disc only for a lot of these. Alright, so first up for the GameCube, we have Die Hard Vendetta. So Die Hard Vendetta appears to be like a first-person shooter game. I've never played this. I do enjoy a lot of the Die Hard games, especially the arcade game. But like I said, I'm excited to try this and see how it plays. I'm not the biggest fan of first-person shooters, but some of them do, you know, hold my interest. And this game actually came complete. So, I mean, yeah, that is definitely neat. This one came complete and in a real GameCube case, so you can't beat that. Alright, so definitely off to a good start on these GameCube games. Alright, so next up on the GameCube, we have Army Men RTS, Army Men Real-Time Strategy. So, you know, back in the day and currently, I'm not the biggest fan of real-time strategy games, but I did like the Army Men games back on the PS1 and the Nintendo 64 around that time. So I'm definitely willing to give this one a chance and see how, you know, how much I like this. But like I said, real-time strategy isn't my favorite type of game, but I'm excited to give this a try. So this one came in a generic case, and it did not have the manual, so you just get the disc and the artwork. So nonetheless, still awesome to get, and happy I at least got the artwork with it. Because, you know, I can find a GameCube case, pop the artwork and the disc in there, and, you know, this will look great on the shelf with the rest of my games. Alright, so next up on the GameCube, we have Amazing Island. So, Amazing Island, I did not play this one back in the day, but I was watching some YouTube videos, and the gameplay actually looks pretty fun. It's kind of looks like a party game, but mixed with Pokemon, so definitely really, really neat, and I'm excited to put this one in and try it and see how it plays. Yeah, so Amazing Island. Also, this is one I don't see very often. I don't know how uncommon it is or whatnot, but I definitely don't see this game very often. So, like the Die Hard game, this one actually came complete. So yeah, that's pretty awesome. We have the game disc, the manual, and a real GameCube case. So that's really, really neat. It even has the precaution card back there. So yeah, 2 out of 3 so far are complete in box. So you can't beat that. Alright. So next up we have Splinter Cell Double Agent. I haven't played any of these on the GameCube, but like many other games from this era, I did play this on the original PlayStation, and back then I really liked the Splinter Cell games. Now if you go back and you play some of those now, they did not age very well, but I'm really looking forward to trying these on the GameCube and seeing how they play. So unfortunately this one came in a generic case without the manual, but like I said, you got both the discs there, and still happy to get this. Yeah, so Splinter Cell Double Agent, awesome to add to the collection. Staying on topic, we have Splinter Cell Chaos Theory. So yeah, well, no, Splinter Cell Chaos Theory, yeah, that's what I said. Sorry about that. But like I said with the other Splinter Cell, I'm excited to try this out. But this came in a generic case with no manual as well. But nonetheless, still happy to add Splinter Cell Chaos Theory to my collection. And you know, like I said, a lot of these are common games, but I figured while they were on sale for this cheap of a price, why not check them off my list? Alright, so next up on the GameCube, I have heard this game is absolutely terrible. I've seen several videos about it on YouTube, but I have never played this, and, you know, like everybody else, I want to give the game a chance, and when I was watching some of the gameplay, this game actually looked pretty fun, but like I said, you know, once I get in there and see how the controls work and stuff, I might think it stinks as well, but I'm definitely going to give it a chance. We have Superman Shadow of Apocalypse. So yeah, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys are aware that most of the Superman games that came out throughout history are critically panned. And I think that a lot of that has to do with when you got a guy that's stronger than everything in the world, it's kind of hard to build a game around that. But yeah, so I'm definitely excited to give this one a try. And like I said, when I was watching some of the videos about it, I did like the graphics and art style. So definitely excited to give this one a try. It'll probably be one of the first games that I test in this lot. So this actually came in a real GameCube case, but once again, it does not have the manual, but I can definitely live with that. So yeah, really, really excited to add this one to my collection. Alright, so next up on the GameCube, we have Peter Jackson's King Kong, the official game of the movie. So, I'll be honest with you, I really did not like this movie too much. I haven't played this game, but this game, I have trouble believing this is going to be any good. But, you know, I will test it out and see if it works. But this is kind of just one that I had on my list of games to get. So I just checked it off when I could get it really, really cheap. Alright, so this is a game I've actually heard a lot of good things about. And a game that I've been wanting to pick up and try. I just haven't found it for the right price yet. But we've got Monster House on the Nintendo GameCube. So on the flip side, I did really enjoy this movie when it came out. And I am looking forward to playing this game because, like I said, I've heard really good things about this game. So yeah, Monster House on the GameCube, really happy to get this. And I'm excited to give this a chance and see if I like it. Alright, so next up on the GameCube, we have Army Men Sarge's War. So yeah, this game looks a lot more like a prototypical Army Men game, which I should like a whole lot more than the real-time strategy game. So I'm looking forward to playing this and seeing how the jump from the Nintendo 64 and PlayStation 1 to GameCube, like what that jump was like for graphics and gameplay, controls, stuff like that. So yeah, definitely happy to get this. And this came in a real GameCube case, but no manual. But still really awesome to get the GameCube case. And we didn't look in Monster House, I forgot, so we're going to go ahead and open that up really quick. And I'm glad we did, because Monster House came in a real GameCube case, and it came with the manual. So yeah, that's awesome. Monster House came complete. So that's great. Like I said, only expecting loose discs. Alright, so the last GameCube game I got in the case is WWE Day of Reckoning 2. With Stacy Keibler on the cover right there. So yeah, this was a wrestling series that only came out on the GameCube, and I really like Day of Reckoning. I've never played the second one, so I'm excited to give this a try, see what the roster is like, and see if they kept the same gameplay mechanics as the first one. So yeah, I have Day of Reckoning in my collection, so I'm happy to get the second game. So once again, WWE Day of Reckoning 2 on the GameCube. Let's open this up real quick. So this is in a generic case and no manual. But like I said, still awesome, and happy to get this and add it to my collection. Alright, so we are down to the final 2 games. So I must tell you, I'm very pleased with this order because I only got 2 loose games out of all these GameCube games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So out of 12 GameCube games, I got 10 of them with the case. So that is super awesome. So our first loose disc game, this is one I was kind of hoping and came with the, case, but, what can you do? We have the first, well, no, this is actually TMNT on the GameCube. So basically, TMNT stands for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm a huge fan of the Ninja Turtles, so anytime I can grab a game, I'm going to. And I've actually heard good things about this game. I like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 through 3 games on the GameCube and PS2. I've never played this, so I'm excited to give this a try and see what it's like. So yeah, it kind of sucks I didn't get the case for this one, but still happy to get TMNT on the GameCube. Alright, so last up, the final game for this unboxing. This is another game I probably won't play too much, but it was a game I wanted to check off my list. And who knows, this could be fun for something like me and my wife playing together or whatnot. We have Nickelodeon's Party Blast. So, yeah, like I said, my wife's more of a casual gamer, so maybe this party game would be good for us to play together. I don't know, but, definitely put it in and give it a try and see how it plays. But yeah, guys, so that is the last game in this box. So, altogether, I got 4 Game Boy games and 12 GameCube games. So that's a total of 16 games from Gamestop. So now I will show you guys my receipt so you can see about how much I paid for this. Let me rip off some of the personal information. Alright, so it looks like for these 16 games, including tax, I paid $48.18. So yeah, 16 games for $48. So I'm going to tell you right now that it was a fantastic deal and very, very, very cheap to check these games off my list. So once again, guys, I definitely suggest when GameStop is running these sales on used games, go on their website, check out their retro games, and order you some games, because you will not be disappointed, and you can get some games for dirt cheap. 16 games for $48. Who wouldn't jump on that? So here we go. I'll show you guys the receipt thing there. So yeah, that is totally awesome. It looks like I paid an average of about $2.25 a game. So $2.25 per game. A couple of the games ran a little bit higher than that, but my gosh, that is an awesome deal. So yeah, guys, I think I'm probably going to end the video here so I can go open up some more boxes. But first, I just want to thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of GBA. If you haven't, please like, comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel out so much. Guys, also share this video around if you know anybody else who might like this kind of content. I would greatly appreciate that as well. But guys, I think I'm going to go test these games out, put them up, try to enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you do too. So until next time, guys, I'll see you later.